a little bit of noise for today's celebration? I want to welcome everybody to Eager Park. My name is Cheryl Washington, and I'm the president and CEO of East Baltimore Development Incorporated, which is the nonprofit responsible for revitalizing this 88-acre community in East Baltimore that we now call Eager Park. On behalf of the EBDI board and staff, I'm delighted to welcome you all to an exciting milestone in our community's transformation. We're grateful to be joined by so many committed partners and members of the community, some of whom you'll hear from shortly. I want to acknowledge Senator Chris Van Hollen and Senator Angela Alsobrooks, who couldn't be with us in person but have sent representatives in a citation. I also want to acknowledge Councilman Antonio Glover of the 13th District and Councilman Jermaine Jones on the front row of the 12th District, and thank them for their partnership. It's because of the collective and steadfast support of our elected officials, our stakeholders, and partners that this infrastructure project and all of the progress that EBDI has made over the years have even been possible. Today, we are here to celebrate the start of our Phase 2B infrastructure project, which is a critical piece of our broader revitalization efforts. Phase 2B will improve the roads, sidewalks, lighting, and landscaping in the southeast section of our project area. And as you see along the maps here, we're going to start right here around Henderson Hopkins School. However, it is more than roads and sidewalks for us. It's about building stronger connections, improving access, and laying the groundwork for opportunity. EBDI is proud that our mission supports Mayor Scott's vision for Baltimore, reducing vacancies, ensuring public safety, and attracting new residents and supporting local businesses. This is why we're happy to use this opportunity to uplift and showcase two East Baltimore businesses today. Mother Nature's Natural Juice Bar and the Madison 801 are both here with their food truck and in the back selling their wares. Let's give them a hand clap. Please support their businesses and enjoy their fresh, healthy offerings. We also want to thank the Starbucks Opportunity Store right up the street on Ashland Avenue for donating beverages today. And finally, in the spirit of Earth Day and new beginnings, instead of a traditional groundbreaking, we'll be planting a ceremonial tree. You'll hear more about that shortly from one of our bright Henderson Hopkins students who will share what this moment means to the next generation. I want to thank you all for being here today, for believing in this important work, and for being a part of East Baltimore's continued renewal. At this time, I invite Pastor Sherwin Benjamin of Christ United Methodist Church right in Eager Park to give an invocation. Let's give a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Y'all can hear? Okay, here we go. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Mayor Scott, Councilmember Fume, other council members, Representative Council and Fume, other council members who are here, distinguished guests. I want to welcome you all. And I bring you greetings from the people of Christ United Methodist Church right around the corner, at the corner of East Chase and Washington, and we give God thanks for this occasion. Would you join with me in a word of prayer? Gracious and holy and loving God, the author and giver of life, we give you thanks for this beautiful day. We give you thanks, God, for being a part of this vision of bringing hope and possibilities into allowing families and people in this community and all across Baltimore to know what is possible. We give you thanks for those who have partnered with EBDI and all others who have labored to bring this day possible and to bring this vision of development possible in this community. We thank you, O God, for your blessing upon all that will happen, not only on this day and the days ahead. We thank you for the collaboration and the unity. We thank you, O God, for bringing hope for a future for this community and for this city. We give you thanks that when we make a decision to do what is in the best interest of your people, you, God, always step in and make it possible. So we ask now, God, as we proceed with all of what that has been planned for today, and as we proceed for this Phase 2 project, Phase 2B project, we ask, God, your blessing upon it. We ask, God, that you would pave the way. And we ask, God, that you would bring even more partnership so that it would not only extend to this community, but even beyond, that it would be a ripple effect, that there would be hope for Baltimore City. Thank you for all that you've already done, and thank you for what is yet to do. We pray this in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you so much. That set the tone for the day. Now it is my pleasure to introduce someone whose passion for education and community shines through everything he does. Our incredible host, Principal Peter Canham of the Henderson Hopkins School. Thank you, Principal Canham, for opening your doors to us as always and your unwavering commitment to the students and families of East Baltimore. Principal Canham will also introduce one of the brilliant Henderson Hopkins students here today.
All right. Thank you for all being here. We are Elmer A. Henderson, a Johns Hopkins Partnership School. Very proud. Pre-K through 8, nearly 700 students. And now I'm going to give a quiz. Elmer A. Henderson. Who was Elmer A. Henderson? He was the first African-American assistant superintendent that proudly hails from East Baltimore, that represents at our school the proud East Baltimore tradition. And a Johns Hopkins Partnership School. We are partnering with Johns Hopkins and Ron Daniels to make an amazing school as part of this revitalization that our kids and our community deserve. And we are on our way here. We have a goal to deliver a great school, and you're going to hear from one of our amazing students. And what we're teaching our students here are that teaching them the skills to be able to advocate for themselves, stand up for themselves, and stand up for others. It's just so fitting that we're here on Earth Day, because our students, we have so many things where we're committed to being a cleaner and greener school community. We have solar panels on the roof, the first community solar program in the country. We have a garden club. You can up to 200 community residents have reduced electricity bills due to the community solar project. First in the country. We have a garden club that you're going to meet members of the garden club here today. We are really big on our students taking action and standing up for themselves. And this having it here on Earth Day is so important because this revitalization project, we're right in the middle of it. We're right in the middle of EBDI and making sure our school and our families and community get a great education, but then also become great community members. And this revitalization project is going to really help us, especially for those who have ever driven down Ashland. I'm there every morning. It's a little bumpy. It's going to get changed, so we're very grateful. The safe way. It's also traffic calming, which is so important because there's hundreds of students that are coming here every day in and out of school and family members. So we're so grateful for the leadership of Congressman Mfume, Senator Van Hollen, also Brooks, Brandon Scott, all the great leaders, Stephanie Smith, Corey McCrae, everybody who's done such an amazing job bringing home the dollars to East Baltimore that are going to help our school and our community. I don't need the mic. I'm principal. All right. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce one of our phenomenal students, Kaylee Scott. Kaylee, come on up here. You can try.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaylee Scott and I'm a student here at Henderson Hopkins. I'm really excited to welcome you all here today, and I want to say a big thank you to all the elected officials, community leaders, and change makers who visited our school for this event. It's a huge honor to have you here with us. This is a really special day for our school and our neighborhood. We're here to celebrate some big improvements to the public spaces around Henderson Hopkins, like new sidewalks, safer crossings, better lighting, and more greenery. These changes will make our community stronger and safer, and show how much people care about where we live and go to school. Today, instead of doing a traditional groundbreaking with shovels and helmets, we're doing something different. We're planting a willow oak tree right here in our courtyard. It's a symbol of growth, progress. It's a symbol of growth, progress, and sustainability, which are our things this project is about. And this tree is just the beginning. By the time the whole project is finished, there will be several more willow oaks planted along Ashland Avenue. In case you didn't know, the oak tree is America's national tree, and it represents strength, endurance, wisdom, and longevity. All things that remind me of our school, our neighbors, our ancestors, and historic East Baltimore. So after the speakers are done, we hope you'll stick around for the ceremonial tree planting. It's our way of showing what's possible when people come together to care for their community and make it better for the future. Thank you.
Now that is our next generation, everybody. Give her another round of applause. Go, Kaylee. So it is now my distinct honor to welcome a true champion of Baltimore, someone whose vision for a safer, stronger, and more vibrant city is driving real progress across our communities. Mayor Brandon M. Scott has been a steadfast supporter of EBDI's work to reduce vacancy, improve infrastructure, maximize the inclusion of local minority and women businesses and local workers, and ensure our revitalization efforts benefit longtime residents and new neighbors alike. We are deeply grateful for his continued partnership and leadership. Please join me, everybody, in welcoming our mayor, Mayor Brandon M. Scott, who will also introduce our next speaker, Congressman Mfume.
Thank you, Cheryl. All right, there we go. Thank you, Cheryl. And good afternoon, everybody. I will keep this short because Kaylee said everything that needs to be said today. I want to say thank you to my congressman, my senator, my delegate, my Councilman Jones, and all that are here. Of course, Maria and the team at Hopkins, our partners in this infrastructure project, STV and Stella May, thank you very much. And thank you to EBDI, led by Cheryl and this guy named Calvin that may work in my office. Thank you all for the great work that you're doing here. But most importantly today, thank you to Principal Canham and the most important constituents that we have, our students here at Henderson Hopkins, who obviously were represented by Kaylee today. When we talk about infrastructure, folks normally just think about simple things like roads and sidewalks, and this project will do that, as you've heard. But this is about much more than that. It's about the green space, the trees. We have to reimagine what infrastructure and public infrastructure is for the modern era. And what is happening here at EBDI with every tree planted, with every green space created, with every road fixed, every piece of sidewalk, every pothole filled, Mr. Congressman, will help more people understand that something special is happening here in East Baltimore and that they should be a part of it, that they will want to live here, bring their business, work here, and do everything that they want to do in their life right here in East Baltimore. So I am so excited to be here today, but more excited of what's coming in the future, to see these investments take fruit as we've seen EBDI just grow out of the ground over these past few years. So thank you for continuing the work. Thank you for your support, for your partnership in doing what's right by East Baltimoreans who lived here forever. But now I get the opportunity to introduce someone who doesn't need an introduction anywhere in these United States of America, who, as you may have heard last night, when I was a little younger than Kaylee and not as strong and confident in my voice as I am today, literally gave me the confidence to speak out loud. Someone that I am forever grateful for, someone that I will always love and appreciate, and someone who has my dad on speed dial, so I always have to behave in front of. Your congressman, my congressman, Congressman Kwesi Mfume.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to come back to the mayor in just a minute. It works. I'm going to come back to him, but I want to thank all of you for being here, and all of you in the back, thank you for that standing ovation. Seats are hard to come by today. It's good to be here with so many of you, particularly who I like to call my senator, Senator McCray, who represents the upcoming generation of leadership here in the city and across the nation. Corey, thank you for working together on so many different projects. I was saying to someone as I was coming in, you put little pieces together over and over again until you have a great big piece that makes a difference. Thank you. And I want to thank also your workmates. I guess I can call them as Stephanie, Addison, where's Jackie here? Okay, oh, hey. And Kaylin. Okay, my thanks to all of you also. He will tell you it's nothing like having a good team to make sure that you have success. Now, Cheryl, 2 years ago when we were here, it was freezing. I mean, it was like 27 degrees, and they had a long program, and the principal will tell you we took our time because it was an important day, and it was important because we were talking about the Henderson Hopkins School. I'm not going to go back into all that I went to on that day, but I would commend your attention over and over again to who Elmer Henderson was, what he left for us as a legacy, why it was important that he was born in 1887, attended what was known then as the Baltimore Normal School, now known as Morgan State University, why he did so much to be promoted by the school board, and how on the day and the hour of his death there was collective mourning throughout this city. In fact, the Afro-American newspaper in its archives talked about Mr. Henderson's funeral and mentioned how for blocks and blocks and blocks on Druid Hill Avenue, nothing could get through, not a car or anything else, because people here loved him so much. They lined the city for blocks to be able to say thank you and farewell. So it's a special school. And it's also special because Johns Hopkins, represented by Vice President Tilden, who is here today, saw it in their hearts and in their wisdom to recognize this and to partner here in this community to make a difference where? Not in someplace else, but right here in this community with the hearts, souls, and minds of young people. Now, let me come back to the mayor for just a moment. I've been around a little bit, amen? A few years. In fact, when the mayor was born, I was already in the city council for 5 years. So I can say some things that some of you can only nod about, but I am so proud of this mayor. I keep saying it every place I go because I've had a chance to work with 11 mayors in Baltimore, 11. And I can tell you, after being present last night at the State of the City address, when the mayor told us again what his vision was, I could not have been more proud. And boy, it just makes me feel good. And as an aside, he and the First Lady, Hannah, have found the formula to make the most beautiful babies in the world. My wife no more. So let me just thank all of you here. Senator Van Hollen couldn't be here, but he's represented. Senator also Brooks is not here, but she's represented. Senator Cardin, who was here 2 years ago, has expressed his support for everything that you do. He and Chris Van Hollen were so instrumental on the Senate side, helping to take what we put together on the House side to make sure that it passed and that we would be here today for this gratifying reunion. You've heard everybody, or a few people at least, talk about some of the improvements that will be taking place in the neighborhood. I want to go back to what the mayor said. It's really more than just that. It's spirit. It's helping to build a spirit of renaissance and a spirit of belief and a spirit, the Baltimore spirit, that says, yes, we can. So this is a great, grand, and glorious day. Thank you, God, for some heat and some sunshine this time around. Cheryl, thank you. The kids, Mr. Principal, good to be back again. And thank you for all you're doing with young people. God bless.
I just have to give Congressman Mfume a note of thanks as he's going back to his seat. Had it not been for his leadership and his partners in the federal delegation, we would not have gotten critical funding, $2.3 million of funding to make this project happen. So everybody give Congressman Mfume another round of applause. Thank you so, so much. It is now my pleasure to introduce a friend, but also someone who not only represents East Baltimore with a passion and a purpose in Annapolis, but who also serves as a valued member of our EBDI board. Senator Corey McCray is a proud son of East Baltimore, a steadfast advocate for equity, infrastructure, and opportunity. His leadership and support were instrumental in helping us secure other critical state funding for this major project, and we are deeply grateful for his partnership. Please join me in welcoming our Maryland Senator, Corey McCray.
How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Madam CEO, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for this moment that we stand in. As the congressman stated, thank you for the sun that has been brought in reference to shining for the moments that come and the moments that will come from that standpoint. So, Madam CEO, I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. You see, y'all, we stand in a moment. We stand in a moment, and you heard from our congressman, you heard from our mayor, you heard from Madam CEO. But one of the things, Congressman, I just wanted to lean in and say that it's super important because I see you as the coach. I see you as the mentor. I see you as the leadership that this city needs at this moment, and I can say thank you for what you're doing. You see, Congressman, you mentioned the moment that we stand in, and you talked about the state of the city that happened last night, y'all. And if you can't understand the correlation or the connectivity between last night and the moment that we stand in, then you're missing something. You see, I look at my brother like my quarterback. He gonna throw us the ball, Stephanie. And what happens is he delivered on a clear vision, a clear plan that is data driven, that you see the metrics, that you see the goals, where we talk about working with Bill, Principal Cannon, working with the GBC to drop vacancies in our city, the inundation of vacancies in our city. You see, y'all, they will not talk about, Morgan, the double-digit drops that have happened in violent crime and public safety right here in the city of Baltimore, and that visual was so powerful when you did not see us on the list. You see, Mr. Mayor, I also think about my young scholars, because I got 4 of them in my house. And like you said, every day I'm working to improve their literacy, improve their math skills. And you said that, you're doing that, you set the goals, and they're right here, because it's not just about my 4 young scholars, Kaylee. It's about every young scholar in the great city of Baltimore. So I say thank you, Mr. Mayor. You see, Congressman, I keep talking about we stand in a moment. Because as you stated, it's not about one of us individually. This is about what we're doing collectively, and I would like to be on no other team than the one that we have here. As you stated, United States Senator Angela Also Brooks, who we're so proud of. When you said United States Senator Chris Van Hollen, y'all, can y'all give him a round of applause right now? I already told y'all about the coach. I told you about my mayor. But let me also recognize my delegate, Delegate Stephanie Smith, Delegate Jackie Addison, Delegate Kaylin Young, Councilman Jermaine Jones, Councilman Antonio Glover. There is no other team, no other moment that I would like to be standing in, Principal Cannon, than the moment that we sit here today. You see, y'all, when I think about the state of the city, I think about the partners that it also takes. And I love how you're intentional in bringing Sharif here to make sure that we're not just thinking about public safety, but we're also thinking about the food that we eat, what we consume, and public health. So Sharif, I say thank you for always thinking about what do we do from that standpoint. The last one, because I think the horn is sending me a signal. Is that this, Mr. Mayor, when we think about public infrastructure projects, they're not always the glam and the glitz as a ribbon cutting at a new school or a new park or things of that nature. But you know what we're doing, Carol? You see, Carol, what we're doing is we're making sure that we do not burden our young scholars who we see here, Kaylee, Stephanie as a Parker, Charm, Brandon, myself got a CJ. Those next generations, we're not burdening them with our decisions that we have right here. We're making the tough decisions. We're making the tough investments. And we've done that with our federal government, our state government, and our local government. So, y'all, I just want to say we're just getting started. I repeat myself, we're just getting started, and I look forward to continuing to partner with each and every one of you all at this moment.
Thank you so much, Senator McCray. As he said, we do have a fantastic team here in the city of Baltimore. If you don't know it, you know it now. All right, so next up, I'm going to introduce 3 of our other team members. It is my pleasure to introduce 3 outstanding members of the Maryland General Assembly representing the 45th District. an area they not only serve but deeply understand and advocate for every day. Delegate Stephanie Smith, Chair of the Baltimore City Delegation, with Delegates Kaylin Young and Delegate Jackie Addison. They've all been fierce advocates for East Baltimore and play a key role in helping us secure the critical state funding needed to bring this project to life. We are grateful for their leadership, their partnership, and their commitment to this community. Please join me in welcoming our great delegates, Stephanie Smith, Kaylin Young, and Jackie Addison, who will each share a few words.
Good afternoon. I know it's almost, come on, good afternoon. You can do better than that. Again, my name is Stephanie Smith. I'm proud to welcome you not only to the 45th, but to my neighborhood. I am proud to be the only elected official that lives in EBDI, and I'm also here as a proud parent of Henderson Hopkins. My 5th grader, Parker, is right here with us today, and I also have a kindergartner here with us, and my husband is the chair of the board here at Henderson Hopkins, so this isn't abstract for us. This is our community. This is where we labor. This is the street we're on frequently that is not that pleasant to be on, but we look forward to it not only being more beautiful, but more safe for people that are walking, for people that are commuting and dropping off their children. But I also want to say that, come on, can we give it up to Kaylee one more time? You did a phenomenal job. You represented us so well. And as she mentioned to us, this is Earth Day. And a lot of time when we think about Earth Day, we think about stewardship. Because in my tradition, the Creator has given us the earth as something for us to take care of to the best of our ability, stewardship. But as an elected official, we all have an obligation to be proper stewards of the city of Baltimore and the neighborhoods that we represent. So this day also represents the stewardship of East Baltimore, Eager Park specifically, and knowing that there's no limits to what we can do when we do it together. We're living in a time that is very challenging, where we're hearing a lot of communication about government not mattering. I'm here to tell you that's not true. It matters more than ever. And it especially matters when every level of government works together. We have the federal government represented here today proudly by our congressmen and representatives of our senators. That's something that we can't take for granted. In some states, in some parts of our country, you can't get every part of government together in the room because they're at odds. They don't see a shared vision or a shared burden of representing us all equally. But we are proud to be Baltimoreans, we're proud to be Marylanders, and that's why we work together to bring the resources back, because not only do we in our neighborhoods deserve it, the next generation deserves it. Now, this school is beautiful, but we know not every school in Baltimore City looks exactly like this. But if you're a young person that goes into this school every day, you feel invested in, you feel supported. And how much better will you feel when you exit it and it's a seamless process to walk onto an even sidewalk and to cross a street that has proper care. So everything that we do today, no matter how small it is, some people might say, it's infrastructure improvements. No, it's investment in people and telling them that they are worthy of these amenities that other people take for granted. So I am honored to be here with my colleagues from City Council. Good to see you, Councilman. I'm honored to be here with my colleagues in the State House. And my senator was a little shy because he sits on the powerful Budget and Tax Committee, and I sit on the powerful Appropriations Committee. And together, we can usher forth the resources that our city and our neighborhoods deserve. And so it's in partnership and in deep gratitude to all assembled that I'm honored to be here today to celebrate a really great step forward for our community, my community, and thank you for being here today.
How's everybody doing today? How y'all doing? I'm Delegate Kaylin Young, and listen, I just want to say this real quick. It's no better investment that we can make than the money that we put in the places and spaces for our children. And I know that people have been saying today, it's just lighting, it's just sidewalks, but when I go to a new city or when I go to a neighborhood, it's the sidewalks that I'm looking at. Are the sidewalks beat up? Are there potholes in the road? How does it feel when I'm riding down the street? And frankly, that's the type of stuff that we want to be making sure that we are improving, so that way people not only feel the public safety that the mayor is working on, but they also feel it and see it in their environment when they walk down the street, when they're looking around. So I want to just echo what my senator said and just thank every individual that has contributed to this work, especially my brother over there. Additionally, y'all give him a hand. That's my brother, man. I appreciate y'all. I got to show him some love. My son on his shoulders. But But additionally, I just want to make sure that I also just thank the leadership, CEO, for the work that she's done, for our leadership, the mayor, the congressman. We thank y'all for everything that y'all doing, and I'm so glad to be a part of a team, Senator, like you said. I'm so glad to be a part of a team with the Senator on Budget and Tax, with my delegate on appropriations. When I was in the House of Delegates this year, and we had to send the budget to Conference Committee, I looked up and saw who was on that Conference Committee. I saw 45th District in the Senate and 45th District from the House. I said, man, we well placed in the 45th District. And you see the evidence of that every time that we cutting the ribbon, every time that we doing this type of work. So thank y'all for y'all leadership, and thank y'all for listening today. Y'all have a blessed one.
Appreciate you so much. Appreciate you both. And I know Delegate Addison wanted to be here, but we're going to give her thanks as well. I would be remiss, since we're talking so much about public safety and security, if I did not at least give a shout out to Andre Bonaparte with Frontline Management Services and his team. They are the team keeping our Eager Park safe, secure, clean, and green every day. So I want to thank them for being here. So now I'm pleased to introduce a dedicated public servant representing, I don't know. Okay. Next, I'm pleased to introduce a dedicated public servant representing one of our most valued state partners. Assistant Secretary Carol Gilbert joins us today on behalf of Secretary Jake Day and the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development. We are truly grateful for DHCD's longstanding support of EBDI and especially their commitment for this infrastructure project, which helps move our shared vision of East Baltimore forward. Please join me in welcoming Assistant Secretary Carol Gilbert.
Okay, do I have to at the speak? Let's see. So on behalf of the governor and Lieutenant Governor and my boss, Secretary Jake Day, just want to say thank you and congratulations for all of your work. Madam CEO Cheryl, thank you for your board and your staff and the perseverance and leadership that has been necessary to get to this point. And it doesn't happen overnight. When I first started working in Baltimore City in the field of community development, it was in the mid-90s at the Neighborhood Design Center. And some of you weren't born. Some of you are maybe in high school, I don't know, college. But there was a big vision, and everyone has contributed to that vision over time. And I think what we find is that vision plus perseverance is really what we need to succeed as a community. The Moore-Miller administration is really dedicated to creating economies, community economies that grow the middle class and give everyone a chance to rise up on the economic ladder. It's an honor to serve in the role that we have at the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development to directly support you, local leaders, in implementing your vision for the future, whether that's through building more housing, such as those beautiful row houses just around the corner, or more parks like the beautiful Eager Park, and the essential community infrastructure that we're celebrating today. It all matters. It all adds up to a beautiful vision. We're working closely with Mayor Scott and city leaders to invest in a growing and thriving Baltimore. It's personal to me. I live here in Baltimore City. I love the city, and I love the dedication of all of our leaders. Big on our agenda is the implementation, with your guidance and support, of the governor's budgeted $50 million with the strong leadership and support of our delegation. And we want to make sure that that's happening in a way that responds to local priorities. And we've opened a new round, and we have a sense of urgency in order to respond to the urgent need. And we look forward to working with you and getting your guidance as that unfolds. So Secretary Day, myself, and our whole team looks forward to our continued partnership. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you. So you heard us talk about the great commitment of our elected officials from the federal, state, and local level. Well, EBDI would not be where it was today without our anchor institution, Johns Hopkins Institutions. And it is my esteemed pleasure to introduce a friend, a respected leader, and a valued member of our EBDI board, Maria Harris Tilden, who serves as the Vice President of Government, Community, and Economic Partnerships at the Johns Hopkins University in Medicine. Under her leadership, with the support of President Ron Daniels, Johns Hopkins continues to be a deeply engaged partner in our revitalization work. Please join me in welcoming Maria.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. I am so grateful to be here, and I'm going to take a point of personal preference. I am a daughter of Baltimore, and I can't tell you how proud I am to be here today, how proud I was, Mayor Scott, last night, to be part of such an amazing team in such an amazing place. And I'll tell you, I'm a West Side girl, Park Heights, but I am so proud of the delegation that we have as the anchor institution here and the constituent of each and every one of you here in East Baltimore. I'm incredibly grateful today to be to celebrate this incredible milestone here in East Baltimore on behalf of President Daniels and Johns Hopkins University in Medicine. This project is significant for the East Baltimore community in that it promises to enhance transportation and safety for residents, students, and businesses. Students, thank you so much, Kaylee, for that amazing welcome today. This initiative directly improves the quality of life for everyone here in East Baltimore by upgrading our sidewalks, lighting, and utility. This vital work contributes to the broader vision, a vision that our mayor articulated last night of fostering a thriving, mixed-income, mixed-use community. This achievement is a testament to the strong collaboration and partnership among EBDI leadership. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you so much, Senator McCray. Whereas the chief of staff, who is also a fellow board member at EBDI with me. But the EBDI leadership are dedicated federal, state, and local leaders, engaged residents, and supported businesses. I would like to especially thank and acknowledge the contributions of Stella May Contracting, a local minority-owned business serving as our general contractor, and STV, the construction management firm overseeing this important project. Phase 2B will also bring valuable economic opportunities, creating new jobs for local residents, particularly in construction and infrastructure sectors. We anticipate this will attract new businesses, foster a vibrant local economy, and promote economic inclusion right here in East Baltimore. I'm also pleased to see a commitment to environmental sustainability through this project, including stormwater management and upgrades and enhanced landscaping. Again, I want to acknowledge that this is a symbolic kickoff on the celebration of Earth Day, and it's truly delightful to have Henderson Hopkins students participating in the tree planting ceremony and highlighting their own commitment to green spaces and the vital role that young people play in protecting our environment and our world. Holy cow. This project will directly benefit our students and families, ensuring safer routes to and from schools. Delegate Smith, making your journey day in and day out a little bit better. These infrastructure improvements will lay a critical foundation for the future developments in East Baltimore. In closing, as we break ground on Phase 2B of the Eager Park Public Infrastructure Project, we look forward to witnessing the positive impact of this project for years to come. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for this incredible outpouring of support for this amazing school, this amazing project, and thank you again to the most amazing and supportive and domineering delegation in the state. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maria, for being here. Before I introduce, I do have to take just a moment to thank Kara Trippin in the back with STB. I just want you to raise your hand because for our young people in the audience, you don't see too many women in the construction field. And Kara is the project manager overseeing our whole project. And so if you haven't had a chance, if you're interested in learning more about construction, infrastructure, engineering, all of that, talk to her afterwards. So thanks, Kara, for being here. So it is now, we are almost to the end of the program. So finally, it is my pleasure to introduce someone who truly embodies what it means to build with a purpose. Harley Flack is the president and CEO of Stella May, this highly respected general contractor selected to lead this transformative infrastructure project. We're thrilled to have Stella May handling the construction and grateful for Harley's and his team, who some are here, for their commitment to building not just roads, but opportunity. Everybody welcome Harley Flack.
Cheryl, thank you for that. First of all, I'd like to thank Kaylee for her warm welcome and making everybody feel home. Honorable Mayor, Congressman, and other honorable guests. First of all, Stella May, we're pleased to be part of such an important community revitalization effort. Stella May believes in building it safely to serve and to shine. And this is representative of us being able to hopefully shine with the community and to share engagement in the community. We look forward to providing thoughtful and meaningful opportunities to the community and welcome any comments or anything that we can do to continue to support. This is going to be an ongoing effort, phase 2, so there are going to be more phases, but we're excited to be a part, and we thank everybody for choosing us to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are coming to the end of our program, but I do want to take a moment just to thank the wonderful Henderson Hopkins staff who helped us set up today and making today so special. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also want to acknowledge and thank the EBDI board members who are here. You heard from some today, but anybody who's an EBDI board member, I did see some other ones out there, Johnny in the back. I just want to thank you for your tireless service. I know I probably work you all more than you would think, but a lot. So I want to say thank you so much. Of course, I have to give a shout out to the best small but mighty team at EBDI, without whom today and all that we do would be impossible. I have to give a shout out to Antonia in the back, Antonia Daniels. Everybody, you've seen her name on every email. And Lee Sanders, you don't see her name as much, but she's handling all of our finances in the back. So thanks so much. It's girl power at EBDI. So I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the speakers, our incredible host, Peter Canham, our student, Kaylee Scott, and of course to each of you for being with us today to mark this important milestone. I want to give a shout out to Donnie Glover, who's here as always with Be More News, taking pictures, so I thank you. But everybody's presence here is a reminder that we are all a part of this transformative journey. Before we close, I do want to make sure that you, if you haven't done so, stop by Mother Nature's table for fresh natural juices and get something from the Madison 801's food truck. And if you want more information about the project in general, we have information at our registration table. And so now it's time for our ceremonial tree planting. And I invite Kaylee, Jeremiah, Kiana, Isma, Kayla to the tree so that they can help us plant. And once they plant the tree, I'm going to ask all of our speakers to come up for a quick photo op before we conclude.